So you guys, it's been a minute, but I got some bundles. So I have 3 bundles from Cinyola. This is their wavy hair. Yeah, this is supposed to be their raw hair. This is how thick the bundles are. They're not really full like that. They're kind of on the smaller side. So I would suggest probably getting 4 bundles just to make your unit really full. But this is the beautiful pattern in the hair. Like I said, this is supposed to be their raw hair. And these are all the bundles together. So you guys can see how pretty. And I am gonna make this unit. I'm gonna show you guys part of the process, but not the whole thing. But this is the frontal, and as you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can see, but this is actually like an HD. This is actually HD. I don't know if you guys can see that, like how the ends are. It's kind of hard to see it. Like the, y'all can kind of see the ends. Y'all see it now. Okay, yeah, there we go. So yeah, this is their HD frontal. Same texture as the bundles. So this is what that looks like. And then here's this side. That's what that looks like. Okay. So the first thing that you want to do is actually pin the frontal down, because you want to install the frontal before the bundles, and you just use these little pins to pin everything down in place before you start sewing. Now when it comes to actually sewing your unit, in this part here, I like to make little knots in the unit by wrapping it around like how I did there. I do this about 3 times before I start sewing regular, and make sure you don't sew through the elastic band, otherwise it won't stretch. You want to just sew on top of the mesh part. So I do that, and then I want to do this exact same thing across the entire frontal before I start adding in the bundles. And once you're done, it should look something like this. Okay, we have everything sewn down, and I like to kind of sew close together instead of like doing big gaps, just to make sure it's nice and secure and it fits a lot better. So now we're gonna go ahead and start adding on these bundles. So when I add the bundles on, I use those same pins from before, and I put it through the actual bundle itself, pin everything in place once again before we start sewing. This just makes it a lot easier and gives you kind of like a guide of where you actually want to sew. And I like to sew through the track, so only in the beginning though. That's just to get everything secure, and then once again doing those knots. And I kind of go back and forth before I go straight across, just to add a little bit more security, and I move the pins as I go along. But yeah, same thing as we did with the frontal. You just want to sew straight across, and yeah, it's really quick and easy to do once you get a hold of it. I don't know like a easier way to show you guys, but this is how I make my units. So this is what it looks like with just one track on, and I do double my wefts when I do this. I don't just like do one row, I do 2 tracks at a time when I sew it down. But this is the very back of the unit, and then we're going to work our way up to the middle section, and I'll show you what that looks like in a moment. So this is kind of like the midway section. I have about 1 bundle in right here, and that's just 1 bundle. So we're going to go ahead and add a couple of more bundles. We have 2 more left, and this is what it looks like once we are at the very top of the unit. Do you guys see how beautiful the curl pattern is on this hair? Like, this hair is so pretty. So shout out to Cinyola for this beautiful wavy hair, because I'm literally obsessed. So now we're at the top point, And we're pretty much just gonna do the same thing as we did below. In a minute, I'm gonna show you guys what you do when you get to the very, very top though, because we do switch it. So right here, I'm going from kind of like ear to ear, so to speak. So straight across, like around the circumference. And then once we get in the middle, we do it a little bit different. So now that we're at the very top, we're gonna start going straight across with our tracks. So right here, you can add about like 4 or 5 tracks straight across, and you don't wanna go like in a circle anymore. So I'm gonna show you right here, once again, using those pins to pin everything in place. And I'm literally just going straight across once you get to like this point of the unit. So you wanna do that until you go all the way to the frontal. And then next, I'm gonna show you guys what this unit looks like completed.
Tell me if you still love it. It's 5 a.m. and I'm drunk right now. Tell me, can we still fuck? 101, I'm in the zone right now. Tell me, am I still? Telling you just how I feel right now. You say it's just the drugs, and I know. I lied to you way before I had you right this moment. Then again, I could be drunk. Baby, I don't wanna sound righteous. I got 20 bitches sucking like license. I just any mini money roll a dice since I picked. She ain't even really my type, and out here she been losing herself to the night shift. She been losing herself, and I get it. Oh yeah, I get it. Yeah, and you've been fighting for your shot, and you've been searching for your spot. Girl, I feel it. Yeah, girl, I feel it. Yeah. Oh, you think you got your groove, but you want someone like you. Tell me if you still love. It's 5 a.m. and I'm drunk right now. Tell me, can we still fuck? 101, I'm in the zone right now. Tell me, am I still? Telling you just how I feel right now. You say it's just the drugs, and I know. I lied to you way before I had you right this moment. And again, I can be drunk. Yeah. I know, mommy, I know. It's 2 a.m., no stress. At 3, that bullshit kick in. At 30, you feel your best. I turn my whole spot to crucial. It's crucial the way I left. Upstairs, it's like a low. I know it just be the best. I'm looking at her, and her started turning to you. Now you starting to fuck up my mind. Is it you, is it her? We probably trapped in the birds. F29 is my address in case you ain't heard. It's flooding upstairs, it's elite. I don't make it squeak, make it squeak. I make this shit beat. Won't have my teeth when I feast. They doing this slide through the streets. It takes some finesse, especially this cabaret cheap. Engine make it hard to creep. Just leave the gate open. Notice I know I'm a creep. Are you about it to rail? And now that gets down to the sleep. And now you obsessed by yourself. A minute from there, is this a room for me? Baby, do tell. Tell me if you still love. It's 5 a.m. and I'm drunk right now. Tell me, can we still fuck? 101, I'm in the zone right now. Tell me, am I still? Telling you just how I feel right now. You say it's just the drugs, and I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. How I lied to way before I had you right this moment. But then again, I can be drunk.
I'm hurting, yes, I'm jaded. Most of these things I don't wanna say. I wanna be around when you chase. You wanna hit me up when you make. You're trying to come back when you face. I always want you to, but it's dangerous. You got something real, not basic. You wanna get with me, stop. Yes, I'm hurting, yes, I'm jaded. Most of these things I wanna say. I wanna be around while you chase. You wanna hit me up when you make. You try to come back when you fail. I always wanna do, but it's dangerous. You got something real amazing. You wanna get me to stop. Yeah. I was on this side, I was over always. Hey, told me about all your insecurities for what? Drag me like 2 hours to your family's house for what? Said you need some time, but I should stick around for what? Always felt like sticking around to same experience. And like guns with the ink in, getting under my skin. A little young thing, got a nigga confidence, got me too excited. Yeah. Play me, no doubt, dirty, shameful, crazy. I need to know how the new nigga you got does the same thing I do for a nigga, but it's way less wavy. How you even imagine to keep straight faces? And all the pictures that I've seen lately, Lord knows you still look amazing. That's besides the point I'm making. You're way too opinionated, I have to force it, I have to fake it. You have potential, I could've shaped it. You went and caved in, we could've waited. I wasn't rushing, difference in ages. You're old enough, but you're still a baby. You share stories where you did amazing. Things to be loyal, things to be patient. That was before me, I must have changed it. Shifted your focus, lens looking jaded. Most of these things I don't wanna say. I wanna be around while you chase it. You wanna hit me up when you make it. You tryna come back when you famous.
Young gun, the one that back calling me splurge. Ride me jump right off the curb. Make this bird fly like a bird. Spin on the first and the third. Solid, I'm keeping my word. Can't be my equal, I don't know what you heard. Crank up the foreign, I swerve. Keep me a stick if they purge. Young gun, the one that they working my nerves. I'm about to pause and serve. Fucking this bitch like a perm. Smack from the back of a perm. Ice, the bird. Shitting on all you little turds. Can't take that dick, wait your turn. In my own lane, we can't merge. So with no hands, you can learn. Let's see how much you can earn. Why me go big like the worm? And I ain't smoking no shirt. I'm in the beat with P Lady. QP. I love my bitches, it's pretty. They showing their titties, it's fingers up to the ceiling. I let her run through a million, I rock with her really, let's fuck on a billion. I'ma get down to the gritty, then fuck up the city, the home of the villains. Ecstasy, wonderful feeling. Smoke out the pound when I'm chillin'. Trappin', I made me a killer. Look, I got everybody wishing. I hope you play your position. I don't want nobody listening. I see them whole precision. Give us my only decision. Young gun, no one that back calling me splurge. Ride me jump right off the curb. Make the spark fly like a bird. Spin on the first and the third. Solid, I'm keeping my word. Can't be my equal, I don't know what you heard. Crank up the foreign, I swerve. Keep me a stick if they purge.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you, man.
Hey, what's up everyone? It's Dom and I'm back. So look you guys, so today is a little bit different because you guys know normally I just like have a unit that's already made and I install it, but today I wanted to take it back to the back days and show you guys how to actually make a unit. And these are the bundles or the leftovers of the bundles that I had. It's not much left over. These are like literally like not even an inch long. They're like super short bundles, but yeah, this is what's left over. I wasn't able to put these pieces in because like look how little it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like these are the like leftovers of like things that I like clipped off, but this is actually like the bottom portion here. This is like how it normally is, like as you guys can see. And then the top portion, I just added a little bit of curls, little wand curls to it, just to like make it match everything. The only thing that I will say that's like a noticeable difference is that the frontal is brown and then the actual bundles are black. So I would say to get them to match, definitely maybe like dye your frontal. But if you like jet black hair, then the bundles are already jet black, but the frontal is like more of a brown kind of color. Yeah, this is everything that's left over, and I got everything in a 22 inch. I got all the bundles in a 22, so I have 3 bundles of 22, and then I have a frontal that's 20 inches. So that's the specs for this unit. Now this is called the Cinyo Wave. I believe that's what it's called, Cinyo Wave. The name of the company is Cinyola, and this is their Cinyo Wave texture. So this is what it's giving. It's really nice. I actually really like this. And I added these cute little bows because you guys know like I forget what it's called. I don't know if it's ballet core or coquette. I don't know. It's like a trend that's going on like crazy right now with the bows. So I was like, you know what? This feels like really girly. I think like adding the bows adds that extra touch to it. And I really do love that about it. And I didn't do any baby hairs today, as you guys can see. No baby hairs or anything like that. And this is how it turned out. This is a 13x4 frontal. I really like the lace on this unit because it is a true HD lace unit. And you know, a lot of times companies say like, oh, it's HD lace, and then it's not HD lace. So I like the fact that this is true HD lace. I was happy about that. And it still has a decent amount of parting space as well because it is a real frontal. You know, a lot of times when you have units that are like pre-made, the frontal don't really be frontal and like how it's supposed to be frontaling. That's not even a word, but y'all know what I mean. Like the frontal don't do what the frontal is supposed to do. And I like the fact that when you make one, you obviously have a lot more parting space. And I made mine on a mesh dome cap, which is my favorite type of cap to use when I am making a unit. I don't suggest using anything else because when you have a mesh dome cap, it still allows your hair to breathe. And that's the most important part, is to have some breathability going on, okay? So absolutely love that. Now this is their raw hair. This is the first time that I've ever received raw hair, and I really like the curl pattern in it, like without me doing anything to it. That's why I didn't want to flat iron it out, but I will flat iron this out on a later date just so you guys can see what it looks like flat iron. And I like the length to it because this is a 22 inch, but it's definitely giving 24 inch vibes. Like if I was to stretch it out, like look, stretching it out, like look how long it is. Get what I'm saying from here. And a lot of times this is what my 24 inch units be doing. So I love that. And here's a nice up close look at those curls again. But you see what I'm saying, how like this is more brown and then this is like black. So that's the only thing I would say. Just make sure you do dye your frontal so that it can match the bundles because it is a little bit lighter. Now, the only thing on the website, I did get 3 bundles of 22 inch on the website. They don't do it like that. They kind of go like 18, 20, 22 or 20, 22, 24, 22, 24, 26. You know what I'm saying? It goes like that. They don't have it to where you get like all the same bundles, but of course, since I'm working with the company, I was able to ask them for 3 bundles of 22 inch. And I'm pretty sure if you reached out to the company and let them know like, hey, I want to order 3 bundles of 22 or 3 bundles of 24, maybe they'll even start offering that like on their website. So hopefully so, because for me, I like to get the bundles all the same length because it makes it look more full. So the great thing about this unit is that there isn't like a bunch of like shedding or tangling or anything like that. Even though this is like a curly texture, I don't have any hair like just like falling out all over the place. So I really do like that about it. The hair itself doesn't have anywhere it smells, and as you guys know, I literally just made this unit with the bundles that they had. I did not wash this unit or anything like that. I did pluck a little bit of the hairline, but nothing too crazy, and I didn't even bleach the knots on the actual frontal. So there's that. But yeah, it looks so good. Absolutely love that. And like I said, this is their raw human hair, and you guys know like I have never done like raw bundles or anything like that. And if you have been looking for a company that sells raw bundles, this is definitely the company you need to look into, because I'm really impressed and I actually want to see what else they have to offer. Because even in the frontal part, I thought when I wet it was going to be like bone straight, but when I wet it, it still had like a little wave to it. So even though it looks like a body wave texture or something like that, this isn't like body wave. You know what I'm saying? Body wave is more like an S like this. This is actually like wavy hair. So I actually like that about it. Even if you wet it, it still looks good. And the other thing I'm liking about it is the fact that I don't have any like hairspray or anything in my hair right now, and the curls are like really bouncy and they're actually lasting, because I curled my hair about an hour ago now and the curls are still there. They look like I just did them, so I'm loving that about it. The curls definitely last in the hair, and obviously even after me like sewing everything together, it's still like nice and curly. Like I love that. It didn't turn into like a really big poof ball or something like that. The fact that all I had to do was just curl the frontal part is just so bomb to me, because you still get to keep like these beautiful curls in the hair. So the lifespan of these bundles and the hair itself is supposed to be like 2 years, but honestly I've had units longer than that. It just depends on how often like you're wearing it, how you're taking care of it. But a lot of times for me, I have units that I had like from 3 years ago, 4 years ago. So one thing that I will say about hair is that it does actually last a long time, but it just depends on how you're taking care of it. And because these are bundles, you know, you can always reinstall them depending on who does your hair, because sometimes there are certain stylists that don't want you to bring like pre-cut tracks and all of that, just because it is a bit of a process to try to like put a bunch of like tracks in. But if you do like a quick weave, if you want to do like a sew-in, if you want to like glue some tracks in or something like that, I think this is great for you because it's super bomb. And even if it is like your natural hair, like you could just get a wand curler and then curl your natural hair into it. So, and this unit fits so good on me, obviously because I made it for myself, so I know my head size, and it just fits nice and secure. Like I just absolutely love that about it. So I don't have to worry about like straps or anything like that because it is made on a dome cap. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, because I did something a little bit different. I showed you guys how to actually make a unit, how to install it, and let you guys know about the hair itself. So yeah, shout out to you guys, shout out to Cinyola, and I will see all of you beautiful people in my next one. Bye.